Have you ever wondered what it would be like to leave it all behind and go on a new adventure with your family? Well, that's precisely what we did when we packed up our family of 6 and moved all the way from the United States to the culturally rich and vibrant country of Uganda. Why Uganda, you asked? What are you learning there, and how is your family adjusting? These are all questions that we have received from friends and family alike. So in today's video, we're gonna dive into those questions. From the exciting delights that we've had to the challenging adjustments that we've had to make, we're gonna take you through a journey through our first few exciting months in Uganda. So if you're curious about our big move, or perhaps considering a big move of your own, grab a seat and let's get started. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you want to follow our ongoing adventure. So why did you leave America? That's the question we get most often. And to be honest, it was a spiritually led decision. We got tired of racism and oppression in America, and we just decided we wanted to raise our children with a different experience than we had had growing up, which is to live in a country where the majority of the population look like them. So why did you choose Uganda? Well, there are many countries that were on our list of places that we considered moving to, including Ghana, Tanzania, Kenya, Zambia, South Africa, but we ultimately chose Uganda because it's easy for foreigners to start businesses here. There's a low cost of living when it comes to certain expenses like housing and food. Also, most of the people in Uganda speak English, which makes communication very easy. Also, they have creature comforts that we would need, like we had at home, including 4G internet and pretty consistent power. How was the moving process? Well, honestly, the moving process was pretty seamless after we made up our mind. So first, what we did was we put our house on the market. Once we got an offer on the house, we applied for our visas, which took about 3 days to get. Then we packed up our house, sold our furniture, sold our vehicles. We put a few items into storage, including appliances, like our TVs, business-related products that we had, and like a few creature comforts. We put those things in storage. And then we, packed up, how many suitcases? Like six 50-pound suitcases, plus our carry-ons, and made our way to the airport. The hardest part about leaving was leaving our families and our dogs. How are we adapting to the culture and lifestyle of Uganda? Well, I have to say that it's much different than the West. Some of the positive things are the people are very, very nice. It's very peaceful here. I have yet to hear a gunshot here, whereas in the US, in my old neighborhood, I'd hear gunshots multiple times a day. On the negative side, it's really slow here. And I guess that could be a positive or a negative, because I think that sometimes the way that we view life in America is go, 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 go. And that's not necessarily healthy. So here, because of the pace of things, you kind of need to relax and just understand that things are going to move slow. Also, another negative thing is the Kampala traffic. Oh my God. Basically, if you want to get around, you need to make sure that you do so between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. If you try to move around before that time or after that time, you're going to run into traffic. And when I say traffic, I think people think a little traffic. No, I'm talking hours sitting in the same spot, traffic. Another negative thing I've run into here is what's called the Mzungu tax.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So a Mzungu is technically a white person. It can also be an Asian person. It's just somebody with really fair skin. But even I have to sometimes pay the Mzungu tax here, which basically means that for a local, the price will be one price. But as soon as I ask what the price is, suddenly the price shoots up. For example, I was looking at this really pretty dress in town a couple of weeks ago, and I asked my business partner how much I should expect to pay for that dress. He said between 30 and 40,000 Ugandan shillings. But instead, when I asked the merchant how much the dress cost, suddenly the price shot up to 200,000 Uganda shillings. So instead of buying that dress, I just chose to walk away. I'm not interested personally in paying the Mzungu tax, especially when it's so high and outrageous like that. What is the cost of living? Well, honestly, it's much cheaper to live here in Uganda than in the United States. For now. But I want to answer that question in more detail in a future video. So make sure that you subscribe and like this video so that way you can get that video when I upload it in the future. How's the food? How is the food? Okay. That is a loaded question because there are a lot of really popular restaurants here. And the food makes me miss home.
Oh, hell no!
It makes me miss the US so bad. It's lacking flavor, spices, and seasonings. I will say that the quality of the meat and the vegetables are much better. Most things are grown organic here, so like you could just find that anywhere. And the meat is not processed. There's no like saline solution injected into it, so it goes bad really fast. Like for instance, if you buy it today, if I bought meat today, I'd have to go put it in the freezer today, because if I leave it in the refrigerator for more than 2 days, I'm gonna come back, it's gonna be bad. So in that respect, the food is great, but I do wish I could kidnap my grandmother and bring her here. I do. What are our future plans for Uganda? Is this a long-term stay or a temporary stay? Honestly, for now we plan on learn the culture, learn the people, learn the language, and just get to experience life here in Uganda. In the future, who knows where we'll go? I know that it'll be somewhere in Africa because we have zero plans on returning back to the United States. But just for now, we're just taking it day by day. We're getting experiences as they come. So if you want to follow our journey and you want to see our experiences, just make sure that you stay tuned. Ultimately, what we want you to get from watching our journey is an understanding that you can do these types of things with children. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to stay stagnant or stay anywhere you don't want to be. People have moved around the world forever, but it seems like in the Black community, we're very slow to do that. And that makes me sad. So ultimately, I want you to understand that through watching our journey, that this is also possible for you. So I'm committing today to make videos every week for you here on YouTube. But if you want to follow our journey day to day, you can do that on Instagram, TikTok, or the platform formerly known as Twitter, now called X. If you have questions that I didn't get to today, be sure to post them below because I would love to do another video in the future answering those questions. In the meantime, I guess I'll catch you in the next video. Many blessings to you and your family from the Most High.